בורוביץ', מדעי נתונים בכירה ברמב"ם, עובדת ברמב"ם כבר 4 שנים, עובדת גם על Machine Learning קלאסי, גם על NLP, גם על אג'נטים, הכל מהכל. היום אני בחרתי לא להציג, אלא להציג בצורה של משחק. בשביל זה אני זקוקה לעזרה שלכם.
יש מצב זה קשה באנגלית לעשות את זה? יהיה לך קשה לעשות את זה באנגלית?
אוקיי, אני אנסה. אוקיי, להתחיל מההתחלה או שמה? אוקיי. טוב. Okay, so today we are going to play a game. I found 6 myths about AI in healthcare, and for each myth, I will ask you what you think. You think if it's false, you think if it's true, and later on I will reveal the truth, and we will understand why. על מה לוחצים? ימין. אוקיי. טוב.
You need to hold it, like this.
The other right. Okay.
No, this does not mean
Okay. AI reduce clinicians' screen time. Who thinks it's true? Okay. Who thinks it's false? You think it's false?
The question is it's supposed to or does it?
Does it?
So false.
False. Okay. False. You were correct. Yeah. Okay.
Are there prizes?
Only mental. Okay. So yeah, AI doesn't help reducing the stress or screen time or yeah. Okay. So what is the idea? 3 researchers from Switzerland, they conducted the research. They took many papers from hospitals around the world, and they checked how does AI or any technical systems that the clinicians use, either AI or a conventional one, a classic one, how do they affect the clinicians? So both of them bear a burden on the clinicians, but each of them they give a different burden on the clinicians, because when clinicians approaches an AI system, he feels it. He thinks maybe it's true, maybe it's false, he's not sure. But when clinicians uses a classical clinical system, then most of the burden is mostly mental, like now he needs to open a window, to click this, to click that. And the burden is different, because then the emotions are different. And yeah. Okay, next one. Most medical devices authorized by FDA are validated using prospective clinical trials. Who thinks it's true? Okay. Who thinks it's false? Okay. You think true or false? False. You are correct. Okay. How does the path goes? Okay. When a new product, a new device comes, is submitted to the FDA for approval, most of them are using already approved methods or devices, and because of they want to regulate them most efficiently and quickly, they don't go the usual path of all the clinical trials and everything, and most of them, yeah. So this is the pathway. These are the main fields in which the FDA receives submissions. We can see radiology, cardiovascular, neurology, hematology, and other. And we can see that both in radiology and most in radiology, we can see the highest amount of submissions, but most of them don't go regular clinical trial, and most of them use retrospective studies to check to show that they actually work, or they rely on previously assured FDA assured devices. Okay. You know what the identification is of clinical medical data? Atmama. Atmama, it means that you remove most of the identifying details like names, dates. In Israel, it's mostly, it must be by the Ministry of Health. It must be the name and the dates must be removed when data of clinical data or medical data is published. So what do you think? Can AI identify a person based on it means re-identify, because
you gave us a clue.
Why? What did I say?
Because you asked if AI can identify a person even though it's de-identified.
Yeah.
So yes, he can.
He can?
It's a statistic model.
Yeah.
He can correlate data.
Yeah. You're correct. You're right. Okay, so de-identification doesn't help, and indeed,
Very consistent.
there will be surprises. There will be surprises in the end. Okay. So in this research, the researchers found that in the American population, only 15 factors are needed to find out who is a person is based on the medical records that may be published. I read there is this interesting use case in this article in which they give a use case like a boss. He has an employer. He knows where he lives, how many children he has, what kind of clinical diagnosis he has, and then he can approach a record and see what was the result of the therapy he got. And then in the US they have the medical insurance. It works? No. Okay. What? Yeah. Okay. I will yell.
No, we can hear it.
Okay. So he knows details about the worker, and now great. And now he can find out what was the result of the therapy he got, and now he can decide whether he wants to extend the insurance for this employer. It has very, very concerning implications. Okay, synthetic data is inferior to real patient data for training AI models. True? Yeah? Yeah, it's not...
In our case, we did a big project with synthetic and non-synthetic.
Mm-hmm.
True?
Yeah.
Inferior.
Okay. So here's a myth that was broken.
For improving the Hebrew quality of understanding in LLM.
Okay. Yeah, it's mostly true, but there are cases in which it isn't true.
But it's a general question, not specifically for...
Okay, maybe I phrased it not very, but is it always true.
Right, right.
It's not always true.
That data may be inferior to real patient data, and then you're okay.
Okay. Okay. What is the idea? The idea here, the data is computer vision, visual data. And in this case, the researcher took data from three fields. Chest ray, it took X-ray, it took ophthalmology, it also took ophthalmological data and also histopathological data. And what he did, since in many diseases, there are they may be rare, so there isn't enough data to train machine learning models. So in this case, we would want to use synthetic data to train these models. So what he did, he took the data and then he used the data to generate more synthetic data, and then with this data, the synthetic, images.
Okay, so it's a different story.
Yeah, it's a different story. Toda.
Text is
Yeah.
the opposite.
Yeah.
So she said images.
Yeah, it's images. So what he did, he took the synthetic data, he trained the models with it, and the results, as you can see, are pretty much similar. Okay, AI can detect type 2 diabetes from a 10-second voice recording.
It's too weird. It has speech.
It is too. Okay. Okay. So what the researchers did in this case, they found out that diabetes, type 2 diabetes, affects the, איך אומרים מיתר הקול? תודה, the vocal cords, and they took features from the vocal cords, and they relied on.
I want to tell you something. Anything to do with voice has to do with the mainstream. Meaning, if the voice of the person is not in a way normal within the normal range, like somebody's somebody is like using
talking from his nose.
Not exactly, but he has nasal voice. So somebody has a nasal voice, or somebody's at the edges, the model will not work.
Okay.
It only will work on the average.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah. But
that also needs to be.
Okay. But for a screening tool, I think it could be beneficial.
It could be a flag.
Yeah, a flag.
A flag.
No, like for screening, it could work. Yeah. Okay.
Is it working in production?
No, it's only it's research that wasn't used in production. Yeah, but it found in the accuracy of 86% for male, 89% for female. They use both people with or without diabetes and checked it, tested it.
Recommend you take a candy in your bag.
What?
We recommend you take a candy in your bag.
Okay, the last one. AI can identify a patient's race from a simple chest X-ray.
Wow,
Yeah, true.
I'll go with you.
Two. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay, it's true. What the researchers did, it's very interesting because they took not only the chest X-ray themselves, but they tried to manipulate it in many ways. And even though they manipulated it in many ways, the model was successful in finding the patient's race. Okay. Yeah, it was published in The Lancet. It has many references. Yeah. So, what is the bottom line? The bottom line is that AI can do many, many things that we can't. And we should use it for doing the things that he knows to do best. And we should focus on the things that AI doesn't know how to do well and try to improve it and focus it in ourselves.
Very much.
Thank you. Here are the publications. And keep in touch. I'm very like LinkedIn. I also have a Telegram channel with over, I think, 1,200 subscribers. So you're most welcome to connect with me on LinkedIn and join my Telegram channel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for staying so long.